There were many ninjutsu introduced in Naruto, but what if we could use them in the real world? First, you'd certainly become the strongest in a fight. But there must be more ways to use them, not just in such dangerous situations. They should be able to simplify everyday tasks. And even make some extraordinary dreams come true. So, I picked and compiled some ninjutsu. That would be convenient if we could use them in the real world. The first one is the shadow clone technique. This is a familiar technique that Naruto learned early in the story. It's a technique that can create clones with physical bodies, which Naruto often used in various situations. The reason this shadow clone technique is convenient in the real world lies in the high learning efficiency when using the clones. Naruto used it in the story during his training for Wind Style, Rasen Shuriken, and the usage of Sage Mode. The shadow clone technique has a property where experiences gained by the clones are integrated into the original after releasing the technique. For example, if you create 10 shadow clones and have them all study simultaneously, you can acquire 10 times the amount of study in the same amount of time after releasing the clones. With that in mind, using the shadow clone technique could make you a Tokyo University student in academics, or a professional athlete in sports. It would also seem to make qualifications for working professionals a breeze. Furthermore, you can not only have the clones do the same task, but also assign different tasks to them. For instance, if you're a busy housewife, creating just one shadow clone could secure enough people to share housework and childcare duties. In this way, considering the high learning efficiency and versatility, the shadow clone technique would be an extremely excellent ninjutsu in the real world as well. The second one is the Flying Thunder God technique. This spacetime ninjutsu was developed by the second Hokage and was the signature technique of the fourth Hokage. The advantages of this technique is its simple instant teleportation, allowing you to instantly travel to any location you've previously marked. For example, if you mark your office, you can teleport there the moment you're ready, reducing your commute time to 0. As a result, you can say goodbye to packed trains and enjoy some extra sleep in bed instead. By marking frequently visited locations such as school, home, and convenience stores, you can eliminate all travel time. Surely, everyone has thought about being able to teleport at least once. Therefore, the dream-fulfilling Flying Thunder God technique is an attractive ninjutsu without doubt. The third one is Kamui. This unique jujutsu is exclusive to Uchiha Obito's Manjikyu Sharingan, also a type of spacetime ninjutsu. It allows you to move yourself or objects you recognize in and out of an alternate space. It seems to have various applications, but here I consider 3 ways to use it. The first is when you want to transport something. For example, during a move, you can store all your belongings in the alternate space and simply pull them out when you arrive at your new place. This will allow you to move on your own without having to ask a moving company. The second is when you want to hide people or objects. There's no safer place to hide valuable assets or things you don't want others to see than in an alternate space. Also, when you want to practice an instrument, you can go to the alternate space and play as loudly as you like without worrying about noise. The third is instant teleportation, just like the Flying Thunder God technique. This can be achieved by first putting yourself into the alternate space, and then exiting the space at any desired location. Although it's not as fast as the Flying Thunder God technique, there shouldn't be much difference at the level of everyday life. As shown above, Kamui has many convenient uses. It is important to note, however, that overuse of Manjikyu Sharingan can cause blindness. It's probably best not to use it for trivial matters, no matter how convenient it may be. The fourth one is the wood release, 4-pillar house technique. This technique was used by Yamato and can create a splendid wooden house in an instant. In the series, Yamato used this technique for Team 7 to camp outdoors. The charm of this technique is quite simple. It allows you to build your own home in the real world as well. In other words, as long as you have land, you can build a magnificent home without construction costs. With the strength of wood release, you probably won't have to worry about earthquakes and can live peacefully. Additionally, by utilizing the ability to easily build houses, You could start a business selling homes and likely make a considerable profit. Whether in the real world or the world of manga, houses are essential. And there seem to be various other ways to use this technique. By the way, wood release also includes a technique called God Nativity of a World of Trees. This can create beautiful plants, making it seem possible to create a fantastic park for artistic purposes. The fifth one is Bansho Tenin. This technique was used by Pain Tendo and attracts objects through gravitational force. Although it was used in serious scenes in the series, it seems useful for solving small everyday problems in the real world. The first use is when you want to reach something far away. For example, you can grab the remote control or tissues while staying under a kotatsu, or pick up your smartphone from the desk while lying in bed. It seems helpful for resolving minor inconveniences in this way. The second use is when you want to retrieve something in a tight space. For example, you can rescue a cat that fell into a manhole, or retrieve a volleyball stuck in a gymnasium ceiling. It also comes in handy for pulling up house keys that fell into a ditch, or reaching objects in places that are otherwise inaccessible. While its uses may be more modest compared to other ninjutsu, it's thought to be quite helpful in various situations. The sixth one is water release, Great Exploding Water Colliding Wave. This technique was used by Kisame Hashigaki and can generate a massive amount of water. In the series, Kisame created a gigantic spherical mass of water with a radius of several hundred meters using this technique. If you could create such an amount of water in the real world, there's no doubt it would contribute to solving water shortages. For example, if you're engaged in agriculture, you won't have to worry about crops not bearing fruit due to drought-induced water shortages. Additionally, if you were to travel through a desert, you could instantly create an oasis in a dune. It could also be useful during disasters, and the ability to generate water, which is essential for human survival, seems applicable in various situations. The seventh one is the earth release, lightweight rock technique. This technique was used by the Tsuchikage Anoki and can make touched objects lighter. In the series, it was impressive to see Anoki struggling with this technique to stop the massive meteorite dropped by Madara. While this technique had such a serious use, it can also be used for something more enjoyable. That is flying. I believe this is a dreamlike power that everyone admires, as by making your body weight lighter, you can freely fly in the sky. Of course, you can fly yourself, or let your friends fly, or even give real wings to chickens and penguins. Also, you can simply make things lighter. For example, it can lighten the school bags of elementary school students, whose backpacks are heavy and tired. Furthermore, during moving, you can make furniture or pianos lighter, making it easier to carry them. In this way, the earth release, lightweight rock technique seems to be a highly versatile technique that can be used for dreamlike purposes and solving practical, trivial problems. In this video, I introduced 7 convenient ninjutsu techniques that I would want to have in the real world if they were available. My personal favorite is definitely the shadow clone technique. If things go well, I can create videos as many as I want with it. Which ninjutsu would you like to use? I am so happy if you could let me know in the comments. That's it for this video. If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching until the end.